ET could live in the Terminator Zone around certain planets that are in orbit around other stars in our galaxy or even in other galaxies in the universe. And no, the Terminator Zone is not full of Terminators. So what is the Terminator Zone? To date, we have found thousands of planets in orbit around other stars in the universe. These planets are known as exoplanets, and unlike the Earth though, not all of these planets rotate on their own axis, which means that when they're orbiting around a star, they will always have one side facing the star and always have one side facing away from the same star. In between, you'll find the Terminator Zone, and it's this region that could be at the right temperature to harbor life as we know it. And we know, of course, that liquid water is critical for life on Earth. You see, water is unlikely to be found on the side that's always facing the star because it's going to be too hot. And then on the other side, the part that's facing away from the star, it's probably going to be frozen. In a study led by researchers from the University of California, computer models were used to study the climate of Terminator planets to figure out if they could have the right conditions in a very specific area for life. And there were some very big findings. Number one, you don't need an exoplanet to be covered in oceans to potentially harbor life. Number two, for planets that don't rotate, a small part of the planet with water, which is the Terminator Zone, could be perfect for life. And number three, water-limited planets could host life. With this finding, the pool of potential exoplanets that could harbor life has suddenly grown larger and could offer brand new targets for the James Webb Space Telescope as it hunts for exoplanets out in our galaxy that could be home to life. So extraterrestrial life that might look like ET, although to be honest, it's quite unlikely, might actually be living in the Terminator Zone of exoplanets that are out there in space. And of course, remember, the Terminator Zone is not home to Terminators.